Now, this knife. First of all, many thanks for all your kind comments, because they're really appreciated, honestly. They're really appreciated. Anyway, I might be a bit old and decrepit and not have the best of everything, but I haven't lost all of my pride of workmanship. And I'm perfectly honest, I was a little bit ashamed of this. I know I need something to do quickly and I can't do too much. Anyway, what I've done, it's a fine day. So I've been out with the angle grinder and I've done it again on the belt sander and I've got it a lot better. As I say, it'll never be 100%, but we can make it better. I've got the, you can see there, look, I've got that fraction above there and a fraction above there where the handle fits. Anyway, it's a knife and it needs to cut. Now, to harden and temper it properly, what you have to do is get it cherry red hot, where it's non-magnetic, dip it in oil, and that makes it very hard. Well then, you bring it up to about 350 degrees, which is very pale yellow, not pale yellow, it's the other end of the spectrum anyway. So I could do that, but we're not going to do that. Anyway, the thing is, this is a saw blade and it's already been hardened and tempered, otherwise it would have smashed or gone blunt quick. So that bit's been done. And I've also ground that, if you can see, you maybe can't quite see, but I've run the angle grinder down to give me a bit of a concave grind there. That side, both sides anyway. I've just given it a bit of one. As I say, it'll never be perfect. You know, it'll never be 100%, but I can make it 100% better. Anyway, what I'm going to try and do now is using my blow lamp and using it in water, not oil. I'll explain that as well. I'm going to see if I can just get the sharp edge. Just see if I can get the sharp edge and see how hot I can get it. And I need to be, as I say, it needs to be as hot as I can get it with a blow lamp. I need it as hard as possible. Now when you sharpen knives, and this is something I've known, as I say, for a long while. I mean, from my neck, when I was a kid, my father was doing chisels, which aren't knives, I know, but it's still hardening and tempering steel. And what he did, he used to get it red hot. I'll tell you what, I'll show you, I'll give you a demo cold of how he did it on the end of a chisel, not a knife. And that's the best thing, isn't it? So let's twizzle the camera round. I've got a bowl of water here I'm going to need. I won't show you this bit of eating because it's going to take forever. So let me just point you there. Yeah, you can see there. Anyway, he had a stone. It was an emery type stone, not a stone like that. But what he did, and I've got a chisel in my box, but this will have to do. Anyway, what he did, he got the end of the chisel red hot. And then, with it being red hot, he dipped it in the fleck trough in water, and then he filed it like that, and he watched the colours run down. And for a chisel, it needs to be purple. And it would watch it like that, and then when it just got to the very tip, it would slack it off, like that. Now, everyone said about my father that his chisels were good. This is cold steel chisels, because they didn't go blunt and they didn't break. So he knew what he was doing there. And as I say, it's all a big compromise, this is. Anyway, what I'll do, I'm going to get on and just see if I can heat this edge up and cool it off and get it harder. Because the problem is, at the minute, it's too soft. When you grind it, I can actually feel it on there. What's happening? The edge is rolling over, so you'll never be able to sharpen it. And if you get it too hard, the very bit of the edge, if you look under a microscope nearly, it breaks off, you see. So that's why it needs to be the correct temperature to get the correct hardness to hold an edge. That's how it works. It's, you know, it's not rocket science. It's just simple laws of physics, isn't it? So anyway, I'm going to get on and have a go at that. You know, I might have just got away with this. I don't know if you can see, but you can see in that corner where the colours have run down. And basically, the top, it actually wants to be a bit softer, but you know, just a bit, but that doesn't matter because I've already told you it's basically blue, and if you look at the heat chart you'll find out what it is. That means that I know from doing cold chisels that the edge is hard but it doesn't break. So what I'm going to do, I'm getting the handle, and we'll have it ready, and put the handle on, and I want to make 2 brass pieces to go in there, don't I? Now, I don't know how much you can see of this, but not that it matters. Anyway, I started using the Dremel to cut it, but because I wanted a smooth bit down there. However, I've finished it off with hacksaw, because it doesn't matter. I just want 2 little bits to go in the side, don't I? Well, that's not worked out at all. I've got plenty of rod, look, and I could make some to fit, but I'll just show you the problem. When that goes in there, I was hoping to leave a piece like that for decoration, but it just doesn't fill the hole properly. Because it's wood, let me just grab this light a sec. Yeah, I don't know if you can see in there. Let me bring the light up here. No, too glary. Anyway, I don't know if you can see, but that hole, it doesn't fill the hole very well. Well, that's going to have to do. Right, we've got 2 bits, it's softwood, but you know, but it's filled the hole, it's made it very firm now. Struggle to get the handle off. Anyway, I'm just going to re-oil it and polish it, and you know I said I was something to tell you. Well, I'll do it while I'm doing this, so you can just watch me do this and basically listen to me. Right, I'll just tip the camera a bit and try and, yeah, I'll think you're about right there. Right, this demonization that people are going on about, well, everyone knows it on YouTube. Anyway, my last knife making video was, and I haven't checked for ages, and I did actually have a few that were done, so I requested it. Said, oh, you've got to get 1,000 views in 7 days, and then we'll have a re-look at it. Well, never mind the 7 views in 7 days, when I looked, that was yesterday, like, well, this morning, lo and behold, they'd done it, so that's a load of rubbish, isn't it? Look, they're overwhelmed with it. What it is, I've told you before, Google bought YouTube and paid too much for it. Like I said the other week, we're getting, they are getting 300 hours of video. Why is that camera not straight? At least I can get that right, can't I? They're getting 300 hours of video every second or something like that. Well, I mean, that means they need a new warehouse full of computers. I mean, every month or a week or whatever it is. That costs a fortune, doesn't it? And they're not making the money they thought, so they're finding all these ways this last year or two of, you know, of cutting costs. That's all it is. Nothing else. Right? All the rest, all the rubbish and that you hear is nothing. Well, of course, my few views don't matter to me. You know, if if they demonetise all my videos that I do recently, with when I get 100, 200, 300 views or something, well, it don't make any difference, does it? I don't get many views, as I said. Don't get much money nowadays, but you know, the little bit I do get, the few views I do get, come from older videos that they suggest. You know, so if they're done, I'll have to ask. But I don't get, as I say, you know, we don't get many at all. Really don't. Honestly don't. I should have gone and washed my hands before I did this, but it's coming on. Tell you what, that is sharp now. There's no doubt about it. In fact, we'll finish the video with a good thing. Anyway, looking around all this YouTube nonsense, I found something out a while ago. Now, whether it'll work or not, I've absolutely no idea. But if it goes on the title and the description, somebody found out that when they took the title and description out and just put a full stop in, it didn't happen. So that's what I'm going to do with my video, just for an experiment. It isn't a very good experiment, obviously, because we won't know if it'll work or not. So when you see this video, you won't know what it is. But the thing is, it doesn't matter, does it? As soon as you watch a video, you know, you'll know what it's about. So it's a bit irrelevant, isn't it? And then we'll just, as I say, it's just to find out. So it might just help someone if you're having, you know, someone that does get enough views to worry about, and you to put your video up and see if it lasts until people have watched it, you know, for a day or two with no title. You've got to put something, as I say, you know, just full stop or a number or something. Just put that in to try it, and then when everyone's watched it, put the proper title in. Well, then it doesn't matter, does it, because they've all seen it. So if they demonise it, you've already been paid. So, you know, it's just, as I say, something else just to try, that's all. So that's as far as that goes. And right, polish. Let's polish this while we're about it and finish the job properly, because that's what this is all about. Even though it doesn't look a lot different to what it did before, it is a lot different to what it did before. Because for one thing, it'll now cut. It's now a knife. And have I got a screwdriver up here? No, but I've got some in the floor, so that's not a problem. Is it? We can soon get a screwdriver or something just to open this polish up with. Put cap on me linseed oil again. Yeah, so anyway, as I say, there's all these things and all these ways, and it's going to keep happening for a long while. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if YouTube disappears, you know, in a while. I really wouldn't. So I feel a bit sorry for all these people that have given up jobs and things to make a living of it, you know, because it is, you know, as I said before many times, and I'll tell you again, I'm just moving near the light a bit more, that's all. I do it for entertainment. I make videos for entertainment. I've been doing it a long while now, 10 years next month, no, March, and I didn't get paid when I started, and I'll still do it if I don't get paid now. I mean, the only other way, of course, is for everybody on YouTube that puts videos up to rebel and not put videos up. But they won't do that, will they? I mean, that's the answer. But they won't do it, just like many things in life. So we can't do anything about that. Right, let me just pop the lid on this polish. We're just giving you something to watch. I wasn't, as I say, I certainly wasn't going to do this, but thanks for your kind comments once again before. I know most of you probably won't see this or watch it, whatever, it doesn't matter. As far as I'm concerned, it's now not a very good job, but it's an acceptable job. Because, as I say, I've not, I might be a bit old and decrepit, but I've not, and I can't do a lot of handwork. I mean, I've seen a young lad with a file make a knife 10 times better than this, you know. But I can't do that anymore. It's just something to do with what I had. and it's worked. And I just didn't like leaving it so unfinished because the handle came good, as you know. And as I say, the picture won't look as good as the first time probably. But, oh, if we get a bit of light on that. And as I say, it's just to show you that the handle is now finished. You can, if I turn it, I've got the light again, I need to grab the light. I just want to show you this because it's so, it looks finished, doesn't it now? Can you see? It actually, it's a bit glary on the blade now, but why is that going the wrong way around? Oh, it's there. Right. If I twiddle that round now, you should be able to see both sides. Right, you see with just the hole filled up, it looks nice. And that light wood matches with the dark wood. So I'm a bit happier now with that. Anyway, there we go. Right, I've got to finish the video off, as I said, with a test. Right. So we'll show you that. Just for fun. Quick demo at the end. We've got one carrot on a chopping board. I don't use a chopping board there. I don't like them. Don't need them. But we've got one sharp penknife, one not very sharp kitchen knife, one ordinary knife, and my knife. Let's see what happens. One sharp penknife. Oh, that's not too bad, is it? One not so sharp kitchen knife, still does it. One ordinary kitchen knife, and that, you know, that did it. It's got a serrated edge, that actually did it better than my kitchen knife. And now my knife. Oh, look at that. Well, I'm not fiddling it. I'm not fiddling it. Maybe it's the weight. I didn't put a lot more pressure on, but that is the best of the lot. I'm not fiddled it, honestly genuine. It's a bit of a surprise to me. Right, last thing to tell you, because this is the last thing that people can do. Right, let me, oh, I've got to zoom out again. I'm going in. Why do we always go in when we go out? Right, I want to stand and show you me face of my nice clock, because I like it. Of course, let me stand a bit nearer so I can look at you. There's something very simple. People go on about, you know, losing money and Patreon, have a Patreon account, they want to help people. Well, there's a simple way to do it. Just click the banner ads or watch an ad. That's all you have to do. If you just do one video, anybody that gets a few views, it will make a difference. Right? So it'll cost you about 2 or 3 seconds. That's all it's going to cost you, and you can help people make videos. As I said, I do it for a cheap hobby which I like. If we weren't paid at all, I would still do it. I'm going to continue to do it while I can. But as I say, just because there's all this talk, it's just my opinion, wrongly obviously, that I think it'd be better if we weren't paid at all. But there we go. Right, hope you've enjoyed this little exhibition at the end, and I've finished the thing off properly, and you know, so I feel a bit better about it. I don't know about you lads and lasses. Right, have fun, see you soon.